Is it a super? Is it a standard? We'll tell you on this week's video. Hey.
What are you doing in there?
Finishing up some loose ends.
Okay.
And carpet, and finish the padding. And just going forward on Riley.
Okay.
Sorted out some electrical today and routing issues, and made a couple wiring looms. And
Oh, wow.
doo-dah, doo-dah, doo-dah.
Well, I have a debate.
Uh-oh.
Maybe a question, maybe a debate. Don't know. You will follow me, sir. I have questions.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, good. You're here too. All right. This has got to get settled once and for all, fellas. What is that car?
It's a Beetle?
Yes. Okay, is it a super?
No.
Because it's a 75.
Nope.
Is it a standard?
Yes.
Because it's a 75. How is this? What do we have going here?
They actually made standards up until 79, but their production numbers are really low.
Okay,
so
but
it's rare to come
looks
across
like a
one.
super.
It's not a super. This is why.
All right.
This still has the beam technology. Yes, it's ball joint, but it has a beam technology. That's the difference.
This is it? This is the only
This
thing?
is the only difference.
Well, no wonder. All right, so when it was sitting out there on the
Well,
ground.
and the curved windshield. Except for 71 and 72, which had the flat windshield and the McPherson stripe.
All right. Well,
I mean, they use the same fenders from
but it
Super.
has, okay, yeah, I was going to say, we got like the.
It's the same fenders.
See,
The
Darren, you
bumpers.
weren't wrong. You were just wrong, you know?
These are the
I don't
bumpers.
claim to know it all.
I don't know any of it, so I'm, you know.
You know, these come off of a Super also.
Okay,
this
so
is a
it's-
custom piece,
Yeah.
but these come off of a Super
So
also.
totally, like, it's understandable. So, folks,
Yeah,
if you're wondering,
it's a flat windshield.
you gotta like lift the whole front up, take the front wheels off,
It's
and then
just
you'll
an
know.
unusual deal. I mean,
Right.
I should know because there's no grill in the
The
front
grill.
there. That's usually the giveaway.
Okay.
There's a grill right there.
But people could have a whole different. They could have put
I mean,
a
this
different
does
body.
have some weird body parts because it has
It does.
those taillights. If you look at it,
All right.
it has.
And then it
obviously
gets weirder,
These are not
guys.
stock bumpers.
And
These
then
are
a
not-
larger one.
Right.
Yeah. So
And
there's a
it
bunch
gets
of parts on
weirder
it.
because. All right. So it's a 75, but what did you say?
It's a 76 because it's so late in 75. So if you order parts, you got to be 76. And then you want to go farther, look at the mirrors that are on it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
All right.
early
What's-
mirrors.
Early
No, wait.
mirrors.
What? Oh. All right.
Real early mirrors. Actually, two different mirrors.
Oh wait. Yeah, that one's round over there. but-
Yeah. So two different early mirrors.
All right. That's. Oh my goodness. All right.
But so there's a bunch of things going on with it. But
Yeah.
you know, so I was confused of it.
It's,
It didn't hurt
it's
anything.
fine. No, of course not. Of course not. But
It makes
It's
parts
just-
ordering easier when we get the right year.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. But also, it's just I'm trying to learn the difference between different years and all that kind of stuff. And I figure I'm probably not alone.
But me, which I didn't do on this one, obviously, so I'm going to break my own rule. But 90% of the time, if it has that little, it will have a grill up there underneath the nose.
All
And
right.
It's a super. I
So
mean,
that's
if
good
it
to
has
know.
that, it's definitely a super.
Right.
The only one that had that was the super.
Sure, and you wouldn't
So-
do that to a.
But
standard.
yeah, so and we'll look at one. Well, we're going to pass by, so we'll show you on the
All
way
right.
through. We'll show you a couple.
Well, thank you for clarifying because this is. It's
We
a,
got one body off sitting outside.
Yeah, but what's weird is the earlier ones, there's definitely no room underneath that nose over there. I mean, that's a convertible.
It's a 67.
Yeah, so.
All right. It's just.
And then I guess to make it even more confusing, later on, all convertibles are supers, right? After a certain date? That's what.
After 73.
After 73, all
Oh,
convertibles
yeah.
are Super Beetles.
all right. So.
So,
So they never did a
Right.
convertible, not in the U.S. market. And it's like,
Oh my
imagine
goodness!
Brazil,
So we're throwing
imagine
other
Mexico.
countries in here
Yeah,
too.
so we go to Australia, we might be able to find one, but
And Brazil, what happens there?
who knows?
Who knows what happens in Brazil?
Yeah, who knows what happens there. All right.
Oh my
They have
gosh!
bay window
All right.
buses that are would be 21 window if there were 2 windows up front.
Yeah. So it's not a split. It's a bay, but
It's a bay, but it's got a 21 window full
Weird.
wrap around. That's weird
Oh
stuff.
my gosh. All right. Well, there we go. All right. All right, Darren. We had some trees removed. How's it looking out there? Let's take a peek.
We talk all around this, but we'll talk about what's getting done on it when we get back in.
That sounds good.
So if you come out here, there's all
You can see the
open
sky. That was insane. We had what, 5
And nobody
guys?
died.
Nobody died. Yay. We had like 5 guys.
Right, 5 guys and burgers and fries.
Burgers, fries, and trees.
So
And they cleaned up after themselves.
they did clean up pretty good after themselves. So if you want to walk over here real quick,
Sure.
like we were talking about, we'll just tag into the super deal.
Oh, yeah.
So you see on early, this is 67. There's definitely no room for a grill under
We
there.
don't put a grill.
So on this,
All right,
this
we're
is the
inspecting
this is
for
79 convertible. So what did we say? After 76, all convertibles are
Yeah.
super. So there you go. If you go underneath there, they are.
Oh.
Telltale sign.
Woo woo. All right.
So
This is awesome. I figure I'm not the only one learning, so.
But I didn't get hired to be a Volkswagen.
No, exactly.
But I'm learning. We're getting there.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, this is the first stage, and so now we can. Next thing is me and Spook are going to drill the post holes for the. I think 8 or 10 posts we got to do for the building, and then we'll get the concrete done, and then we'll put the building up. Boom.
Wow.
So there it goes.
How are we digging the post holes?
With an auger and a
Oh,
bobcat.
good. Oh, that is the best answer
Yeah, not
ever.
by hand, no way, because
We
we're probably
did
going to run into
that.
some roots over there with all them trees that are
Yeah.
over there. So.
We did that for
Anyways.
the house fence, and that was not fun.
So another tag onto the super. So this is
Yes.
super front end. So now you see the coil over.
Right.
And
So, like,
we
when you
actually
guys
had to
had
make
to
a bar
remove-
because when you take the body off, the suspension's
my
all
gosh.
loose because it's bolts to the body.
Yeah.
So we had to make a bar so we could at least push it out.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's the main. So if you take the body off of a standard Beetle, it can roll around all day long. because
Right.
It doesn't have the
Yeah, and when you guys took it off, I mean, that was
very complicated,
very heavy,
and
very, yeah.
we didn't like that. So
All right.
yeah, so let's go in here. So now we talk
Okay.
all around steel because
Yeah.
this Miss Steel Beetle,
All right.
not a super, but a Beetle. So she brought this is her second time in. She had a little loose steering, so we went and got her diagnosed and got lower ball joints and a steering stabilizer. In putting the lower ball joints, you have to cut off the sway bar, and the stock sway bar is yay big. Everybody knows, a little bitty one, so there's no use putting that back on there. So we
Right.
got her a bigger sway bar coming.
Okay. And we didn't build this car, but
No, we didn't build it, but
She's just
we're doing a
kinda
lot to it. And then she
getting
had some motors. She got up to, it's got a 1914 in it, and up about 50, it just didn't want to go anymore. And it was just a turned out to be, and we didn't do any motor work on it before, but the distributor was loose, so it was just
all right.
give them out of time by itself was all it was. So we got that in her and tuned out, locked, and it goes like it should now.
That's
So
great. That's gonna be a fun ride.
right, so we just got her just a little bit. We're waiting on the sway bar, and we can throw it back together, and then we can go home hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. So we walked through here.
All right.
You already saw Spook in here a little bit what he kind of is doing. We'll go over it again real quick. So he's putting in the carpet. Before he does the carpet, there's a little touch-up stuff he has to do, putting some of the jute in there. And he's doing work on the back and the carpet and going through it slow. And
Snipping
some
glue, I
sound
see.
deading. Yeah, so we get
Great.
that going. And
And
I
the steamer.
guess...
Is that
Yeah,
a secret
steamer
trick?
in there. Well, it's just for the carpet to lay down certain areas. Because when the carpet comes, it's all folded in a box.
Oh, yeah.
So when you
lay
get
it
it
out
out,
for a
you lay it
while.
out, and the steamer helps it just lay down back to where it's supposed to be, so it doesn't curl up and everything.
That's pretty color.
We're still waiting on. We're gonna have the kingpins built for that. We were
Ah,
talking
yeah.
about. We did talk. I guess Spook did talk to Mr. Gazzo today, and we're trying to
We
work
may
out
have an
that still.
alternative, yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of. He's getting impatient. I get it. I understand. We're just kind of.
Sure.
We're at the mercy of the deal's range. Still waiting. We haven't really moved on that. Mr. Hersker put in the jute in here, also getting ready for carpet. So
Okay. It's like a
Gavin's in there
like a
juting it
jigsaw
up.
puzzle with no front.
Yeah, having fun.
Right.
So they're.
Oh, Henry's back on the ground.
Well, we put him on the ground, but here's the issue with him. So, and I just found today. So what they were having is Mr. Henry wanted drop spindles, which they're on there. So now you can see anybody knows a bay window, it sits higher in the front. So we got the drop spindles on, you can see it sits better. But the problem was we couldn't get the brake caliper on the rotor. Well, I was blaming, or they started blaming the drop spindles, and it was another one of these year things. So on the website it says that there's one drop spindle and it fits from 68 to 79 buses, period.
Oh.
So I was like, well, this is 72, should fit it. Well, I went back and forth with different people. You know, you do this research, all the VW people know, we go around blogs. Hey, have you ever found this? Blah, blah. And finally I said, you know what, I'm calling Empty because that's who makes the spindle.
Good.
So I call Empty Technical Support and I get a man named Henry and he tells
For Henry's
me,
bus.
he says, true, that's only one spindle and it should fit that bus, but what disc brake kit do you have on it?
Oh.
I said, I don't know, it's 72 bus that came in with the brakes already on it. He said, well, that's probably the issue. So we need to check your rotor and see if it will be compatible because at some point in its life, somebody probably just put a brake kit on there that fit fine with the standard stuff, but it's not going to fit with the drop spindle. So that's where we're at. So now we've got to go back and figure out the brake system that's on it, disc brakes, because, you know. So yeah, it's a year thing too. So so it's got to be 73 and later brake kit to be able to fit with the 68 to 79 drop spindle. So a lot of these weird things go on with these VWs.
Insane. Like, how does anybody? I bet Ed has all this stuff in his head,
he
right?
does have a lot of it.
He's forgotten more than.
He's forgotten more than I know.
Yeah.
I know this much in my life.
Wow.
Or he's also probably 20 years my senior. So.
Well, you know, there's a
He's
lot
getting up there,
of brain
and
info
you know,
there.
it's going to be sad when he does retire
because
all that knowledge goes, all that skill and.
Can we download him?
Download him, yeah. We need to out process him.
Right.
So look what's over here. Look what's out of the cove.
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren, look at your baby Mazzy,
so
right?
many years, so we probably need to message her and tell her car so she can see it on video.
Right. She probably forgot what it looked like.
Yeah. So if I'll let you walk along there.
All right.
Jeremy, I'll let him tell you what he's doing. But he's actually having a fab. So here's the deal on Type 3s. Everybody knows there's 3 Type 3s. Fastback, a Squareback, and a Notchback. Notchback being the hardest to find things for.
Yay!
So I've been online all day trying to find parts, and they told me good luck and have fun.
Oh, no.
And so he's having to fab a lot of those parts right there.
Wow.
And
every one of these parts that you see here is this one, this panel, this panel here on the side, that panel there.
Yeah.
I've had to fab and make every one of those by hand. So, because we can't find them, so I've had to make everything by hand.
Man.
These here actually go up under the car, and I've had to make these by hand.
Oh, man. Wow.
I actually tried to fix the original part, but it was too rusted out to do anything with.
Right.
So
Okay.
I had to make some new ones.
Well, you know, it's always an
it's like
adventure.
building a model, but it's real.
I was going to say, or a little bit like sewing, but
It's
you're
definitely not
making
a
the
snap
fabric.
together. It's not one of those easy snap together models. It's one of the ones where you had to glue, and then the glue didn't stick, and you had to re-glue. That's the type
And
of
then
model.
you had a
it is. Everybody
box full of
remembers
spare
those.
parts at the end.
So, anyways, we got one more out here real quick, and
Okay.
we'll come back inside. Corey's out here on the Gills. We got Beetles and buses lined up out here too, and Squarebacks. We got everything going here.
That's a lot of Beetles.
Corey's out here working on the Gills and
All
putting
right.
in a new carburetor, so it was having a
Okay.
running problem. We got it down to a carburetor, and he's putting that on there. We're going to fire that up, and hopefully she runs like a dream. And that part of that will be done. Yeah.
Is that another red Beetle over there?
It's another red Beetle. Mrs. Sparrows is back
Oh,
for some
okay.
work, and yeah, so it's
All
behind
right.
the truck. But there's
And I'm
Beetles.
digging this square.
We got type everything out here. I think we've got one of
Yeah.
almost everything out here.
Well, then we have a razor Ghia
I was going to
supposedly
say.
coming in.
We do, yeah. It's just he's doing his paperwork now. So
All
yeah, we
right.
have Type 34
That's
coming.
exciting.
That will be
I mean,
exciting.
Roger must be looking down, being very happy about that. That was his dream to have a razor Ghia come in. Man, all right. Well, it's coming along. We've got our show coming up October 16th.
October 16th.
We've got a whole lot of stuff for the swap meet, so anything you could possibly want, we probably have.
Yeah.
Front porch is completely full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
We'll
stuff.
have to move it before then, but yeah.
All right, guys, you know what to do.
Bye,
Bye, nice people.